The Madison County home behind me is the sixth the state police believe was burglarized and then set on fire.
Kentucky's governor comes to Mount Vernon to provide some welcome news. A dangerous section of interstate is on tap to finally get some improvements.
It's the end of the line for a piece of Rupp Arena history. We'll show you the goodbye for Big Bertha.
This is WKYT News at 5.
Well, it's getting worse. For the sixth time in a little more than a week, a central Kentucky home has been broken into and then set on fire.
The latest crime happened at a home on Jacks Creek Pike in Madison County. State police say it is connected to two fires in Jessamine County and one each in Garrett, Fayette, and Scott counties. WKYT's Victor Puente is tracking the investigation in our top story at 5.
People working nearby were able to stop this fire before it could destroy the home behind me. State police say they believe someone started this fire along with 5 others. A man working on a nearby farm first spotted the fire.
I saw some black smoke coming out of this house up here. At first we might have just thought it was a grill, got out of control or something like that.
But as he approached, he says they could see the smoke was coming from the home.
Hollered, made sure no one was in the house. When I went ahead and notified 911, called them to get the fire department out here. Luckily, I went inside a little bit, saw there was a small fire, and I got a water hose that was nearby. I went in there and did what I could to knock it down.
They got the fire under control until firefighters arrived. State police say they believe this is the 6th home that has been broken into and then set on fire in central Kentucky. They currently have investigations in Jessamine, Scott, Garrett, Fayette, and now Madison counties. They say items were taken from this home and the front door was shattered by that arsonist.
It's incredible how many counties they've covered. It's not like one street or one community is involved. What we're starting to find is that this person or these people are covering multiple counties, possibly driving house to house, looking to see if anybody's home before actually coming inside.
State police say they are looking for tips, but so far haven't received any credible ones. They say it will take the public's help to catch the people responsible. In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
This morning before the fire in Madison County, fire investigators from the counties affected got together to share information about all the fires.
We continue to track a developing story right now on the UK campus. The Plant Science building on Veterans Drive has been evacuated because of an odd smell. Hazmat teams have just suited up to go inside and investigate. Our Garrett Weimer's live now at that scene to show us what's happening. Garrett?
Yeah, firefighters say they're taking every precaution they can, evacuating the building, wearing special suits, even setting up a decontamination site you can see over my shoulder as they work to figure out what exactly is going on here. Firefighters say the lab manager at UK's Plant Sciences building called them this afternoon after they started smelling what they're calling an unfamiliar odor inside. Workers evacuated the building and were told no one has reported any injuries or illnesses. Fire crews have been gearing up, getting ready to go inside and find where that smell is coming from. Then after that, they'll decide what to do next.
Our firefighters are wearing level B suits, which means they're wearing a protective suit. It's not going to be airtight like the level A's are. They're also going to be wearing their SCBA, so they'll be breathing air.
Firefighters ask folks to avoid the area here at Veterans Drive and Farm Road just because of the sheer number of crews and trucks they have out here right now. Live in Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Garrett, thank you. Firefighters say they expect to be on that scene for several hours. Governor Matt Bevin signing a major road construction bill bringing improvements across the state.
Those include the widening of a problem-plagued stretch of Interstate 75 in Rockcastle County. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Mount Vernon, where the governor made the project official this morning.
The crowd was small but enthusiastic at a Mount Vernon restaurant and pleased that Governor Bevin was bringing them good news.
It's long awaited, long anticipated, long needed.
Governor Bevin says the 2-year budget will bring about $100 million to Rockcastle County to widen sections of Interstate 75 from 4 to 6 lanes.
These kind of things, if we can widen this up and straighten this out, it's going to make a big difference.
This past winter, we made national news with the problems here in Rockcastle County.
That's when a snowstorm created a domino effect of tractor-trailer crashes, and many drivers spent the night on the interstate. There are very few places in Kentucky where Interstate 75 is not already 6 lanes. And this section has been a very dangerous section of roadway and includes both exits in Mount Vernon. Many of the crashes have involved large commercial vehicles and resulted in deaths, but Bevan says a bigger roadway will likely bring more jobs with it.
You will see this is going to make a phenomenal difference here for economic development in this community.
The highway plan includes widening from mile markers 64 to 69 and from 55 to 60. In Rockcastle County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The state highway plan includes more than 230 pages of various improvements and new road projects throughout Kentucky for the next 2 years. A moped driver suffered injuries in a crash with a sheriff's deputy. It happened just after 1 this afternoon at Georgetown Road and Ash Street. We're told the deputy was headed outbound on Georgetown when the moped crossed the road. The moped driver was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We are going to see showers and storms making their way across the area this week, and some of those could bring some severe weather to us.
So now is a really good time to make sure that you are ready at home. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is live at the Kroger on Euclid with the forecast and how you can protect your family. Hi, Chris.
That's exactly right. Hi, Sam. Hi, Amber. We are here at Kroger. We've had a stream of people coming through here, picking up their Midland weather radios. We've got some folks that are getting them programmed as well. We programmed them for free for you. You get a discount price here with those as of now. I've got Jim Caldwell, Bruce Thomas from Midland Weather Radio. He's no rookie at this, by the way. He knows every trick of the trade. He's teaching Jim to be an insider with Midland Weather Radios here. So stop by, see us. We're going to be here through 7 o'clock this evening. And as Sam was mentioning, we are in the severe weather season across the Bluegrass State. And over the next few days, potential is there for some of those storms that will... over the next few days. That's the sound you will be hearing if you come pick up one of those Midland Weather Radios when you get a warning for your area. And if you get the desktop model, by the way, you don't want to hear that for every single county that gets a warning. We can program that for you specifically for your county, surrounding counties, whatever you want. We'll take care of your programming needs here. At least they will. I'm just the pretty face in all this. Not really. We look outside. Pavilion, mostly cloudy skies out there. Those temperatures that are into the low 70s now. And on your temperature map, check out the big swing from north to south. There's a warm front draped across the area. Farther north and northeast that we go, we have the cooler conditions farther south, more in the way of some warm and moist air. And right along that boundary, some showers and thunderstorms under Defender Radar Network fired up a little earlier. Now we're watching a little band of some rain coming at us from the I-65 corridor. So a little later this evening, anyone's going to be fair game for some gusty showers, if not a rumble of thunder. And that'll lead us into a much more active pattern over the next few days with a cold front coming our way. And when I come back here in just a few minutes, we'll talk more about the Midland Weather Radio and WKYT partnership with Kroger and Walgreens. But we'll also focus on that 7-day forecast, guys, that has a lot of stormy action setting up in it.
Chris, you have our attention. Thank you. Firefighters are calling the investigation into a fire criminal. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Scott County. The fire destroyed a home on Sundown Drive about 9 this morning. Neighbors told us they heard a loud noise before the fire started.
It was a big old pop that everybody heard, and we thought it was like a water heater. They usually, because water heaters, they get hot, they shoot up in the air. Well, apparently this one didn't. It was shooting stuff different directions from the fire.
A massive fire there. Neighbors say they saw children who were waiting at a bus stop throw something into the home before the loud noise. The Scott County Assistant Fire Chief says they're checking into it, but they say the bus left nearly 2 hours before they were called. In Laurel County, police say 2 burglary suspects kicked a hole in a wall to commit an overnight break-in. London police say by the time they arrived at the Flealand Flea Market, they found James Sizemore and Timothy Hampton loading items for a jewelry case into a bag. They say the pair also took electronics. Both are charged with burglary and possession of burglary tools. And
It is the end of an era for Rupp Arena. Crews lowered the cluster of speakers known as Big Bertha for the final time this afternoon. The theme to 2001 A Space Odyssey played as she came down, the same song the speakers first played in 1975. Big Bertha will be replaced with video boards and improved speakers.
Just a piece of equipment that we wanted the best sound we could get in the arena, and we wanted everybody to know it. So that's why we built that horn like we did.
The new speaker system will be in place in time for basketball season. Lexington Center will take bids for Big Bertha's parts.
Democratic presidential frontrunner Hillary Clinton talks family issues here in Virginia as her challenger vows to battle her until the last votes are cast. I'm Craig Boswell in Stonebridge, Virginia. That's coming up.
Many parents use swatting to comfort their babies, but a new study finds it could raise the risk of SIDS. What you need to know in Better Living.
Rural hospitals closing, medical help getting farther and farther away. Learn how one Kentucky city has taken to the skies to help its citizens.
We generally get called out to the sickest of the sick patients.
Rural healthcare takes flight tonight at 6 on WKYT.
Exciting, creative, edgy, fun. A career in cosmetology is always in style, and Barrett & Company School of Hair Design can help you be a part of it. Success begins with proper training. Make it happen at Barrett & Company. Call today and enroll in Barrett & Company.
Final 2 weeks of our Off to the Races sale. Don't you miss out. Pick up the phone and call us today for great looking windows that look great, never have to be painted. You'll love the ease of operation. Give your home an energy upgrade. Save a lot of money if you act right now. Don't go through another summer with those old energy wasting windows. You can come by and see us at 1190 East New Circle Road right here in town. Check us out on the web and check this out. Look how easy our windows are to operate. Why don't you call in now? Don't you miss out. Final 2 weeks of our Off to the Races sale. Save up to 20% on new windows. Ask about zero down and zero interest financing for 12 months. You know us here at America's Window. We're going to work with you. Over 23,000 satisfied customers. And if you act now, receive a $500 discount certificate towards your next home improvement purchase. Call the toll-free number today. Check us out on the web. Remember, you're always a winner at America's Window. Call now.
My dad always said God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen twice as much as you talk if you want to get things done. I moved my office from the top floor to the first floor when I was elected mayor to hear people's ideas. I took their ideas and cut waste, turned a deficit into a surplus, and helped create thousands of jobs. I'm Jim Gray, and I approve this message because both parties have good ideas. It just takes someone to listen.
Step right up for something fun. For just $1, the excitement's begun. The game's called Keno, and you can play it in an alley. Or you can play it with your best friend, Sally. You can play it here or there. You can play it almost anywhere. Play with many numbers or just a few. How you play is all up to you. You can put down a little or put down a lot. So what do you say? Give Keno a shot. Just pick your numbers and hope you win, and a few minutes later, you can play it again. Now you can play Keno wherever Kentucky Lottery games are sold, fueling imagination, funding education.
If you're looking for a career that is rewarding and always in style, start your training for a career in cosmetology at Barrett & Company. Day and night classes are enrolling, so begin your journey into a fashion-forward career in cosmetology. And call today and enroll in Barrett & Company.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Hey everybody, we are here at the Kroger on Euclid in Lexington. WKYT Midland Weather Radio partnership rolling on. We've had just had one lady come by here, and Jim, she picked up 4 Midland Weather Radios, right? And we're in there getting her set right now.
Yeah, I mean, our buddy here, he actually took them in 4. He was so happy to sell 4 at one time, because that's $120 and some change, because they're $29.99. That's a special price too, Chris, for this event. You can get them for a discounted rate.
Yeah, that you can, and you can get the desktop, the crank. We've got different models for you to look at out here, so come by and you can pick up the one which better suits your needs. May put them to good use over the next few days. We've got thunderstorms back into the weather picture. It'll show you what's going on right now. Live sky cams from across the entire area, and we are indeed dealing with a lot of clouds throughout central and eastern Kentucky. Doesn't matter if you're in the I-65 corridor where rains are getting close again, or into the I-75 corridor eastern Kentucky. More clouds than sun out there. Temperature-wise, big gradient as expected, setting up from north to south. The farther north you go, the cooler you are. Farther south, the warmer you are. Now, that's typically the case, but it's really, really the case right now, courtesy of a warm front. Defender Radar Network picking up on some showers and some thunderstorms into parts of western sections of Kentucky and dealing with the action that will continue to make its way into central and eastern Kentucky. As we work our way through the western part of the region, western Ohio Valley, Mississippi Valley, as you can see here, dealing with a cold front that's going to make its way across the region. That's the front that will touch off some thunderstorms around here over the next few days, and that 24-hour planner showing the threat for some thunderstorms around, especially second half of tomorrow and into tomorrow evening. That is when at least parts of the area under a slight risk for severe weather. Storm Prediction Center highlighting parts of central and western Kentucky for that slight risk area. Marginal risk, which is a little lower risk the farther east that you go, but overall we got to be on guard for the possibility of some damaging winds and large hail second part of the day tomorrow. And that hour-by-hour forecast, timing the thunderstorms at us. Not going to rain the entire time by any means, but let's go out and about this evening on your hour-by-hour. And again, some showers may rumble through the area with some thunderstorms thrown in there for good measure. For the day tomorrow, temperatures in the 70s, it's muggy, and by the late afternoon and evening hours, we'll watch for some thunderstorms that will be rolling on across the area, and some of those could be strong or severe. In the forecast into Wednesday, any sunshine allows temperatures to hit 80 degrees with a threat for a thunderstorm or a two, and that pattern rolls on into the day on Thursday as well. Rainfall forecast during this time, models, at least in parts of the region, have been consistently spitting out rainfall totals anywhere from a couple or 3 inches, depending on exactly where you are. But yeah, the threat for some thunderstorms will be with us. 7-day forecast with temperatures over the course of that 7-day that will be on the warm side with a daily threat for some showers and thunderstorms. I say warm side except for the weekend when we get those temperatures that will be way down as we go into our Saturday. But yeah, back here at Kroger, Euclid Avenue in Lexington. Bruce is back, and you've got 4 to program.
Absolutely. This young lady here next to us buying 4 radios, 3 locally and 1 for a friend in Boyle County. We're going to set them all up and put batteries in them and send her home with these to give to her friends and family.
That is absolutely fantastic. And guys, we're going to be here through 7 o'clock this evening. Right now, I will send it back to you.
Live look at Lexington rush hour traffic. Couple of crashes working at the moment. One's at Georgetown in the circle. One lane of Georgetown is blocked there. Police are trying to clear that one. There's another one at Manowar and Sir Barton. Drive times, those crashes not affecting us so much. So to Versailles, it's about normal across the county line. And then to Nicholasville, 12 to 15 minutes still. Now back to you in the studio.
Don, thank you. The Democratic candidates for president focusing on our neighbors in West Virginia. We'll catch up with them on the campaign trail ahead.
And employees' quick thinking helps police catch a suspected restaurant robber. We'll show you what the employee did on WKYT News at 5:30.
Kentucky mornings start here. Breaking and overnight news, weather to plan your day, plus traffic you can take with you. Make WKYT This Morning part of your Kentucky morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WKYT.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, your home comfort is our only mission.
That's why maintenance matters. With spring around the corner, now's the perfect time. Schedule your preventative maintenance, just $64.95.
It's a small price to pay for peace of mind.
At Paul Miller Ford, we want all our customers to drive happy.
We had 3 Explorers. We had a 96 Explorer, we had a 2013, which I drive now, and then my husband drives a 2007 Sport Track. My favorite thing about coming to Paul Miller is the service department.
That's why we're honored to win our 3rd Ford President's Award for Customer Satisfaction.
I love Paul Miller Ford.
And we love our customers. Get 0% financing for 60 months on Ford Explorers like Karen's. Point, click, drive at paulmillerford.com.
A big truck wreck can leave you financially devastated. We've handled big truck cases for over 30 years. Our lawyers will work to get you all the money you deserve and need. You can call us right now, 800-800-4600.
All right, come on, everybody, it's time to go.
Getting more for your money is simpler than you might think.
When you shop at Kroger, you get low prices throughout the store, weekly specials, great value from our quality brands, digital coupons, and even fuel points to help you save at the pump. No spin, just savings.
Hurry into Kroger for half boneless ribeye or strip steak for $7.99 a pound. And get 2 packages of strawberries for $4. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Remember, it's the final 2 weeks to take advantage of our Off to the Races sale here at America's Window. We're going to put a great window in your home that keeps out the heat in the summertime. Give your home an energy upgrade and take advantage of our Off to the Races sale final 2 weeks. Save up to 20% on new windows. Ask about 0 down and 0 interest for 12 months. And if you act right now, you get a $500 discount certificate good towards your next home improvement purchase from America's Window.
You were in a car accident. Let the insurance company know you're serious. At Golden Law Office, we've handled cases for the nation's largest insurance companies. Let us put that inside knowledge to work for you. Call us for a free consultation.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, your home comfort is our only mission.
That's why maintenance matters. With spring around the corner, now's the perfect time. Schedule your preventative maintenance, just $64.95.
It's a small price to pay for peace of mind.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
A judge in Mexico has ruled El Chapo's extradition can move forward. The drug lord faces trafficking charges in the U.S. Mexico's foreign ministry must still approve the extradition, and the defense can appeal. The ministry has 20 days to decide. El Chapo was moved from a prison outside Mexico City to one near the U.S. border on Saturday. The Democratic candidates for president are back on the campaign trail ahead of West Virginia's primary tomorrow.
And meanwhile, the presumptive Republican nominee is preparing for his own fight later this week in Washington. Craig Boswell has our campaign 2016 coverage from Stone Ridge, Virginia.
Thank you, Atlantic City.
Bernie Sanders keeps fighting despite trailing Hillary Clinton by almost 300 delegates in the race to become the Democratic presidential nominee. Sanders held his first campaign event of the day in New Jersey.
Don't let anybody tell you this campaign is over. We're going to fight for the last vote we can find.
Hillary Clinton had one scheduled event Monday here in Stone Ridge, Virginia, where she held a discussion focused on women and family issues.
It's clear that there are so many challenges facing young families today that we have got to come to grips with.
Those attending the event say Clinton is the strongest candidate.
I would rather go with a person who can deliver their promises.
Sanders is ahead in the polls in West Virginia, which holds its primary Tuesday. The presumptive Republican nominee, Donald Trump, had no scheduled events Monday. He named New Jersey Governor Chris Christie to lead his transition team if he wins the presidency. And he'll head to Washington this week to meet with Republicans who are reluctant to back him, including House Speaker Paul Ryan. Ryan said Monday in an interview with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel he will step aside as chair of the GOP convention if Trump asks. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Stone Ridge, Virginia.
And Hillary Clinton is planning another campaign stop in Kentucky. She will be at Louisville Slugger Field for a rally tomorrow. The state is outlining its plan to fight the Zika virus, the help they're asking for from the public on WKYT News at 5:30.
A pacifier recall, the dangers of e-cigarettes in children, and why swaddling your baby might not be safe. Those stories next in Better Living.
Get WKYT News and weather updates on Rewind 105.5.
If you want to sell your house, you can call an ugly sign on the side of the road, or you can call a company with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. My name is Brian Evans, and I've been buying houses in Lexington for over 10 years. I can give you cash today. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
Tired of painting? Go Rhino, and you'll never have to paint again. Now you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for brick, stucco, wood, or aluminum. And Rhino Shield won't chip, crack, flake, or peel for home or business. Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
What the?
Hail? You heard that right. Recent storms caused slight damage, and you benefit at the Frankfurt Toyota What the Hail sale.
What the hail?
Frankfurt Toyota has new Toyotas and top quality used vehicles just slightly damaged. And the damage to the vehicles is so small and the savings are so big you don't want to miss Frankfurt Toyota's What the Hail sale. When they're gone, they're gone. Hurry in for the best selection. Frankfurt Toyota's What the Hail sale.
Don?
Ned.
Trump?
Cruz.
Congress.
Mike Pape. You?
Yeah, Mike Pape. Unlike James Comer, who refuses to repeal Obamacare, Mike Pape will repeal Obamacare.
And unlike Comer, who's for Obama's amnesty, Mike Pape is against amnesty and will build the wall.
Mike Pape is a trusted conservative.
He'll make America great again.
I'm Mike Pape, and I approve this message.
Remember, it's the final 2 weeks. Don't you miss out to take advantage of our Off to the Races sale. So many people say I was going to call and then I missed out. Don't you miss out. Get beautiful windows in your home. You know we're going to do the right thing here at America's Window. We have a great window designed to save you energy dollars, to look great. You'll love the ease of operation. It blocks the ultraviolet rays. Your carpet and furniture is not going to fade. Custom-made windows to fit any size opening. Come by and see us at 1190 East New Circle Road right here in town, or check us out on the web. A lot of folks doing that now, and you need to call in now. The final 2 weeks of our Off to the Races sale on new energy-saving windows from America's Window. Energy Star approved. Save up to 20% on new windows. Ask about zero down and zero interest financing for 12 months. Act now and receive a $500 discount certificate good towards your next home improvement purchase. Remember, you're always a winner at America's Window.
Hi, I'm Brian. I buy houses in the Lexington area. No more stress. I can buy your house as is and we'll close professionally with a Lexington attorney. You can get all cash, debt relief, and peace of mind. Call me at 859-278-HELP or go to 278help.com.
It is time now for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. A recall alert if you have an infant who used a pacifier. Munchkin is recalling 180,000 pacifiers because of a choking hazard. The recall affects the Latch lightweight pacifier. The company says the plastic cover can detach. There have been 5 reports, but no injuries. The pacifiers were sold at Babies R Us, Target, Walmart, and Amazon.com. We have more details for you on the recall on WKYT.com. The number of children being poisoned by electronic cigarettes is on the rise. A study looked at calls to the National Poison Data System. It found the number of children under 6 suffering from nicotine poisoning grew 1,500% between 2013 and 2015. More than 90% of the children swallowed the nicotine liquid that goes into the e-cigarettes. Many parents use swaddling to bring comfort to their babies and help them sleep better. But is the practice safe? Chris Martinez shows us the results of a study that found the popular practice may be linked to SIDS.
You're going to feel a ton better in 1 second.
Nadine Chawla swaddles her 2-month-old son Adnan every time he goes to sleep.
He was used to being in my womb, and he was used to being constricted, and that's a position of comfort.
Many parents use the wrapping technique on new babies, but a study in the journal Pediatrics shows swaddling may increase the risk of sudden infant death syndrome when a baby is swaddled on their side or stomach.
But you want to make sure as the parent you are always putting them back to sleep on their backs.
Researchers found the risk of SIDS was higher for older babies since they can roll over on their stomachs. Experts say swaddling should not be used for infants over 2 months old. They suggest using a wearable blanket or sleep sack instead. Dr. Corinne Cross also says tight swaddling may cause a baby to sleep too deeply.
As much as we don't want your child up all night long, we also don't want them so tightly sort of cocooned that they don't wake up when they need to.
Experts say you should also keep your child's crib free of bumpers, pillows, or blankets that can be dangerous. Nadine says for her, swaddling has been a major help, but she plans to start using sleep sacks soon. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
JCPenney plans to expand the number of stores that sell major appliances. The company has been testing appliance sales in 22 cities since February. Appliances will be available in nearly 500 stores by this fall, as well as on jcp.com. JCPenney has a store at Fayette Mall. The company hasn't said which stores will sell appliances. Now, here's what's coming up for you at 5:30.